Hello friends, welcome to video lecture on dynamics of machinery. The today's lecture will see torsional vibration of disc suspended on a wire. Consider the disc having the mass moment of inertia I suspended on a wire of length L and the diameter D, okay, as shown in figure. So if the disk is given an angular deflection about the axis, okay, like this one, if the disk is moved towards this direction or displacement of this one takes place by angle theta, okay, it will start oscillate about this one, uh, about its axis, okay. So for the angular displacement or deflection theta, what's about this one? This indicate the inertia force, okay. So what's about this one? This is nothing but the restoring couple, okay. That will acts in anti-clockwise direction, okay. Restoring couple will restores the position of this disc towards its mean position, okay. Now as far as concerned with the Newton's second law of motion, we know Newton's law of motion. So already I have seen that relation, okay. Accelerating force must be equals to summation of external forces. So in this case the accelerating force with us in terms of inertia force, okay. So here this will move about this point in clockwise direction. That's why the minus sign is given for this one, minus I into theta double dot, okay. Now what's about the external forces? So external forces are summation of here external forces. So how many forces with us as far as concerned with this disk, okay. So what's about this kt? Kt is nothing but the torsional stiffness of this wire, okay. So what's about this one? This is nothing but the torsional force offered by this one wire, okay. So what's about its magnitude? Kt into theta, okay. So what's about this relation we get here? I theta double dot plus kt into theta, okay. This is the relation with us. Equation number 1 for this. The equation can be written in this way. Equation can be modified like this, equals to 0, okay. So if you compare this relation with the SHM relation, okay, SHM equation for the torsional system. So what's about that SHM equation? Theta double dot into omega n square into theta equals to 0, okay. So this equation, if I compare with the equation number 1, so what we get here? We can get here omega n equals to square root of kt by I, okay. So if we compare this one with the previous one, what we get here? K divided by m. This is the mass moment of inertia term and this is the stiffness term, okay. So but we know that T divided by J equals to G theta divided by L, okay. So the basis of rigidity already you have seen this relation in strength of material, okay. So what's about the meaning for this one? T is nothing but the torque, okay. So T indicate the torque term, okay. What's about the J? J is nothing but the polar moment of inertia, okay. theta indicate the angle of twist. Okay, next one is the G term with us, plus of rigidity. Okay, L indicate here length of shaft or wire. Okay, this is the length of that shaft. Okay, so what's about J indicate here? J is nothing but the polar moment of inertia. You get that J, but I xx plus I yy. What's about this one? I is nothing but the polar moment of inertia about x-axis, about y-axis. Okay, so we can get the value for this one as pi by 64. I'll write this here so that clearly visible to you. I'll just mention this one. X-axis here, pi by 64 into d raised to 4, as well as Iyy equals to pi by 64 d raised to 4. So here we can get J equals to pi by 32 into d raised to 4. Okay, like this one. Now, what's about the meaning for, just erase the some portion. Here we know KT is nothing but T divided by theta. Okay, as per this our discussion, in case of spring mass system, K is nothing but applied force divided by deflection or displacement. Okay, or deflection. So in this case, this T is nothing but the torque, and this indicates the angle of twist or torsional deflection. Okay, so if I take this one theta term here, okay, so this J should be written in numerator. Okay, so divided by L term will remain as it is. So I can get this relation T by theta equals to Gj by L. Okay, so we can get this one KT equals to Gj by L equals to, so we know the value for one J here, pi by 32 into d raised to 4, like this. So in the next part, what's about this one? This is nothing but KT value. Okay, so already in equation number, the previous one, equation number 2, omega n equals to square root of KT by 1 I term with us. Okay, so for this KT, we can replace this KT with the help of this relation. We get omega n as Ej divided by L for this KT, and I will remain as it is. Okay, the relation with us, get the natural frequency of torsional vibrations. Okay, in terms of radian per second. If you want to convert this one in terms of hertz, then 1 upon 2 pi comes to K divided by I